What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. What an absolute disaster the War of the Rohirrim has been. And I know we all knew it was going to be. It was one of those things where every time we talked about it, first we'd forget it existed. And then we'd have to be reminded, oh, yeah, it's not even a TV show. It's a movie. They're bringing this out into theaters. And this, of course, at first, like, best interpretation was, okay, they're well aware that Rings of Power has severely hurt the Lord of the Rings brand. I mean, obviously, we know the extended edition and Lord of the Rings, that's all fine. But everything after that has really been hurt. The continued moving away from Tolkien. And then when we heard, hey, it's Fran Boyens and Philippa Walsh, Peter Jackson, they're all coming back to do that Gollum movie. And then Philippa on her own was going to be helping with this. Maybe this is all just a course correction to try and return some legitimacy to the brand. No, because of course, the first thing Philippa did was focus on the unnamed daughter of Helm Hammerhand. And had she been important, she'd been named by Tolkien. And then, of course, she reframed everything. She took some of the best moments and gave them to Hera. And they did everything that the leaks said that they were going to do, using Miranda Otto's Eowyn character to voice, again, lending legitimacy, to use archival footage from Christopher Lee, to have the animation director who has some prominence in the East, to try and use his name to fool people into thinking that this is anime in some way. It's not. It's Western animation. And by all accounts, it was also rushed. And that has all led to, of course, not 2 weeks in theater, and it is already going to be digital in tomorrow, actually, Friday. What a disaster. And if we go into the actual numbers, at this point, only grossing 15.7 million, earning 7.8 million domestically and 7.9 internet. That's pretty split. Yeah, that's actually pretty split. So declined 73% in its box office take. Daily numbers significantly declining. On Christmas Eve, the film posted its worst daily total to date with 185,000 in grosses. But the real rub here is that, of course, in just no time at all, here on December 26th, we will have it on Amazon Prime Video and others in an attempt to make some sort of money from this. You can see here Odin from Box Office Analyst saying somewhere between 21 and 30 million by the end of its run. And at a 30 million budget, that's just not going to do it. 31 million estimated loss. Yeah, because you have to times the marketing, the budget plus the marketing. We've heard 2 times, we've heard half. Here he is doing the 2.5 times multiplier. We can imagine it's probably going to come closer between 40 and 50 million in loss when said. Not the biggest flop in the world, but definitely not, he thinks, what they were expecting. Yeah. And had they actually focused on what was the appendices of J.R.R. Tolkien's work, if they had actually given a story in a movie that fans wanted, instead of taking a random side character who was unnamed, yes, the unnamed daughter, like I said, it would have been good, but they have no interest in actually accurately depicting what was in his lore. And you can see here from Variety that apparently it was rushed. The film was fast-tracked to ensure that New Line Cinema didn't lose the film adaptation rights for Tolkien's novel, while Jackson and the teams behind the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit trilogies were working on 2 new live-action films for 2026 and beyond. So while there were, those are separate, we found out now, The Hunt for Gollum and another one entirely separate, but Gandalf might be returning for both, so God help us all. Either way, we're looking at a 40 to 50 million dollar loss. We'll see how that can be mitigated by a digital release, but probably not going to do what they think it's going to do. And yeah, this all goes down to Philippa Boyens, who completely missed the mark, completely hijacked and subverted the story. And of course, she tried to go on Damage Control, go into IGN, saying there's nothing woke about this, guys, if you're out there. And what I've been told actually is that she herself is not as girl bossy as you would think. And then what actually happens is a lot of people girl boss for her, do things for her, remove obstacles, and yeah, but it's also still there. She's the main point. It's exactly what they wanted. Again, a holdover of the thinking of the last decade that going to be changing. I know there's been a lot of course corrections, but we still have a lot of things in the pipeline that we just have to let spill out all over the place, and then we can start seeing the course corrected products. Until then, though, we just got to remember, stay strong, hold firm, phrasing, and yeah, we'll get through this. Either way, let me know what you think about all this. Make sure to like and sub if you have done that. Thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.